यो वेलकम बैक टू न्यू वीडियो। आज आज हम ट्रैप करने वाले हैं हाइड्रो आर्कन को। आई होप मेरा वॉइस क्लियर होगा। तो या शेयर स्क्रीन विंडोज नए 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 और थोड़ा सा बुखार हो गया। आई डोंट केयर एक्चुअली में। तो ओके वेट सेकंड। मेरे को क्या करना है, पहले अपने एंटायर स्क्रीन लेना है, इसको ओपन करना है, शेयर आई थिंक। तो हाँ, हमने होटल डिबोर्ड से हमने उतर गया एंड खाना खाने के बाद अब नाउ वी हैव टू गो टू द स्टीम बर्ड क्या होते हैं, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन। ओके, इट इज क्या बोलूँ, लाइक द हिंदू या द नेशनल, इधर कुछ डेली है ना, जो मनोरमा, एशियानेट न्यूज और क्या बोलूँगा मैं, द हिंदू, फिर क्या है उनका नाम मैं भूल गया। जो न्यूज़पेपर्स होते हैं ना, उनका एक कंपनी का नाम होता है, ऐसे ही एक नाम है स्टीम बर्ड। उसमें एक जर्नलिस्ट होता है, बेसिकली वो एक न्यूज़पेपर कंपनी होता है एंड वहाँ पे एक जर्नलिस्ट होता है जिसका नाम है क्लोन। आप जो देख रहे हैं, जो सामने यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, वो ये फ्लोर है। तो बेसिकली व्हाट शी डज इज कलेक्टिंग हॉट न्यूज़ेस, लाइक जो न्यूज़ेस जो ऐसे चमकते ही पूरा उनके कंपनी को ऐसे बढ़ा दे, वैसे न्यूज़ेस वो कैप्चर करती है एंड शी विल अपलोड इट एंड शी इज वेरी टैलेंटेड एक्चुअली में, ऐसे उसमें बोल रहा है। एंड मैंने ना थोड़ा सा मेरा दोस्तों को थोड़ा हेल्प किया, क्योंकि उनको ना थोड़ा बॉसेस से फाइट करनी थी या, तो या थोड़ा सा ऑफलाइन ग्राइंडिंग किया मैंने, बट उतना नहीं किया, आई नो। और मैंने बहुत सारा डैमेज किया। Now we have to go here, steamer पे. Hope you guys new in this video. If you do, subscribe the channel.
Wow!
Or
If it
like
isn't the
the
traveler
button.
in Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
You've got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick mora!
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table.
Really?
You're almost...
Oh, Paimon knows.
Still, what brings you here?
A friend of ours met you a while back, and when she mentioned it, we thought of coming.
Ah, so you...
अरे भाई मोना का
So
कुछ भी
she
नहीं
mentioned
करेगा।
She said that you're...
Nice.
Huh?
So, oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, and that...
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. Oh, so much to get...
Okay.
Wait, Charlie, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example...
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it?
Okay.
I mean, I do hear about it often. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine.
Yeah, of course, we do.
But I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from this. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they do should the worst. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a and then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I. But anyway, that's my answer.
चलो.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her.
मेरे को कुछ भी समझ
Anyway,
नहीं आ
let's
रहा
go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
है. Okay, हम सी पे जा रहे हैं क्योंकि वाटर लेवल सी लेवल राइज हो रहा है या नहीं. ओके, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई डू वांट टू डू वन थिंग. अब क्या होगा पता नहीं, मेरे को चलना नहीं
The
होगा
sea
ना.
breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking.
Yes.
If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat, that would be... No, Paimon should ask if you could choose.
Why could you, huh? Silent trying to convert to do.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much... You mean, still traveling?
Yes, of course.
Wait, is it?
The banter goes back if you remember. Okay, ठीक है यार. Interview. Okay. Oh, thanks भाई. Interview नहीं लिया. Oh भाई, photo लिया है. Finish the poison drop. Okay. Hi. थोड़ा फोटो हमारे लिए भी. मैं ना सेटिंग्स में जाके ग्राफिक्स बहुत लो करता हूँ क्योंकि ऐसे ना कैरेक्टर्स अच्छी तरीके से नहीं दिख रहा है. प्लीज हो जा यार भाई भाई.
Feels like it'll grow, but it's still better than the.
Ah, so the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palais.
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervilat sent me Not at all. I'm yes, inside the opera
Okay.
house. The Maréchaux say...
A riot?
A riot. Okay.
Well, that said, Lady Farina was watching a performance at the opera house. And while she was resting during an loudly accusing her of doing nothing, and before she could respond, others started to join. The crowd continued to grow and protest against.
So people have started.
I agree.
So what happened after?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further the Maréchaux say
So.
That's right. That said, I don't think there's much to worry. Good.
Don't worry.
Is that...
ओ भाई बस मेरे को ग्राफिक्स बदलने देना बहुत.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then.
Okay.
If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this. And as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of. When Nervalet was talking, it would be hard for. Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up too. Cool, huh? In that case, there's not a moment.
Okay, देखो मेरे को पहले okay चलो क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट है बट वेट मेरे को ना सेटिंग्स जाना है पहले. सेटिंग्स में ग्राफिक्स होगा ये पूरा कस्टम भाई. ने लो कर दो भाई. ओके कोई बात नहीं. फुल स्क्रीन. ये तो वही से. ओके लोवेस्ट. अब इसको मैं हाई कर दूंगा. अच्छा यही होता है तो मैं लोवेस्ट में डालने नहीं. लोवेस्ट बहुत बेकार होता है. मैं लो ही कर देता हूँ क्योंकि क्या देखने दे. ग्राफिक्स लो कर क्योंकि आई एम नॉट अ पर्सन हु वांट्स लाइक 4K व्यू. मेरा कंप्यूटर इतना बेकार है. नहीं होता. क्या हो गया. ओके आप भी आना पोसन पे. टेलीपोर्टेशन है भाई.
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
भाई यार भाई ये बहुत चीजें जो अनवांटेड मेरे को मत दिखा. ये क्या है. हेलो. अच्छा ये. ओके ठीक है. थैंक यू. मेरे को फ्री का मिला. थैंक्स. नो रिकॉर्ड्स. ओके थैंक यू. ओके इसके चैलेंज रिजल्ट्स. बेस्ट स्कोर. ओके थैंक यू. Nah, I'm not doing it. Wow. ये क्या है. अरे 66 डेज है ना. हट भाई मेरे को नहीं चाहिए. टेस्ट रन मैंने कंप्लीट किया. इन तीनों का तो आई डोंट केयर. करना चाहिए इसका. इंसान का करता है भाई. मेरे पास भाई मैं ना इन तीनों को यूज ही नहीं करता हूँ तो इट डज नॉट मेक इवन अ सेंस भाई. हट भाई. And wait a second, I just wanted to see one thing. मैंने इंसान ले लिया बट मेरे पास 5 स्टार में आएंगे बट आई गेट ऑल दिस अनवांटेड थिंग्स. देखो यहाँ पे होगा इंसान. हाँ मैंने ले लिया था इसको. चलो सी अब ये क्या था. ये क्या. हेलो. वाह बा. इसका ये एबिलिटी.
Quick as a flash.
ओह अच्छा. ओके ये ओके अच्छा अच्छा समझ गए। तो ये दौड़ने वाला बंदा है। अच्छा 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 मेरे को जस्ट देखने ये जाऊंगा।
Faster! Stronger! Full speed ahead!
हाँ मतलब ये वरेसा का डुप्लीकेट वर्जन। मेरे को एक और बार ट्राई करना है ये दबा के।
Quick as a flash!
अच्छा ई से कैंसिल भी हो जाते हैं। अच्छा लाइक कोई सेंस ही नहीं बना था भाई। इतनी फास्ट दौड़ने वाले को अच्छा सा काफ मसल्स भी होना चाहिए। हाँ लाइक साइज का तो मसले से निकलना चाहिए। ये दबा के आई थिंक यहाँ पे हम पहुंच जाएंगे क्या। देखते हैं 3 2 1 गो।
Controlled breathing!
ओ हमने पहुंच लिया। नाइस। ओके तो ही इज क्राइंग।
That's Farina, right over there. She will.
Should I just give up? What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
इसको आई थिंक हमारा पूरा थंबनेल बन चुका है। तो ओके नाइस नाइस। मैं ना अभी टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते। मैं अभी एडिट करता हूँ। वेट अ सेकंड। यार भाई अब बहुत लैग होने लग। इसको हटा प्लीज। नहीं चाहिए। थैंक यू। इसको भी आई थिंक नाउ आई डोंट वांट इट। तो या आज हम बहुत देर तक करेंगे कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं। हाँ। ओके गाइस बहुत लैग है। वेट अ सेकंड। एक और बार करेंगे। इसको ओपन नहीं करेंगे आज। यार इतना लैग क्यों होता है। Yes, of course. आई थिंक नहीं आएगा तो चलो छोड़ो सेव। यार भाई शुरू हो गया इसका बकवास।
Give up, Farina. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina. It's just dust.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from the...
Farina, you were.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was... Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Did they even dare to tout their Archon? I must teach them a lesson. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marsh Say Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there!
Okay.
Quick, after her!
पकड़ने जा रहे हैं क्या? चलो हम भी मारते हैं।
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
Please don't say bye मेरे पास।
They're just... That's good.
हमारे पास इंसान है भाई. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh. She just vanished in thin air, guys. Leave it now. Oh my God, पाइमोन को तो देख सकती थी ना, वो फ्लोट करे भाई, पार्टिकल्स निकल रहे हैं ना उस पे.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon.
What?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. अरे सॉरी. यार मैंने गलती से इंसान ले लिया. इंसान नहीं, आईसान. मेरे को नाम ही नहीं पता. उस बच्चे, स्पीडी बच्चे को ले लिया. अब क्या करूं भाई, अब मैं क्या करूं भाई, नहीं होता अब मेरे से. प्लीज डोंट से, आप फाइट आने वाले. आई विल. भाई मेरा तो फट ही जाएंगे. ओ माय गॉड, ये कहाँ पे आ गया फिश.
No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they display.
Yep, that's
What's happening?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that.
Yeah, but the people of Poisson... It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues, and I've tried all kinds of ways too to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing, but all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles... Give up. I do love the sound of that. Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate. But just now, it all became clear. As long as the don't worry. Well, that's enough for now. I don't take any...
Come on!
Share, that's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be a witness. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
Yes, of course.
If...
तू मेहनत करता तू. Okay, cutscene है guys. I क्या है? Okay, मैं. Oh no. Oh my god, actually. Are you serious now?
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance.
Oh my god.
Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
Oh my god, please.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice. You would draw your blade against a god?
Yes, of course. Oh my god. ये मेरे पास है ना, ये मेरा बाबू है.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Hands up.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly...
Lady Farina, what?
Shh! It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication.
Looking for excuses?
I raised my hands just now to indicate a trial to show the world the true meaning of justice.
Yeah, man.
This time, I will protect you. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro...
Woohoo!
Oh, now we're making...
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her? Also, even though she's still
Asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Oh my god, please. नहीं 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 मैं नहीं करूँगा भाई भाई नहीं करूँगा.
Is that
Oh,
so? Very well. Then please speak, witness to that.
चलो. ट्रैवलर वर्सेस आर्कन. आजा भाई. शुरू किया जाए.
Also, please.
Yeah, so इसका भी एक छोटा सा स्क्रीनशॉट बनता है भाई. देखो ये सब रेयर चीज होती है, ये नहीं मिलता तुम्हें.
They changed into plain clothes.
Yes.
The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself.
हाँ.
So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
Okay.
So, you mean the ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina?
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontainian history.
That's right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
Okay.
As the super ultimate version of this box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed, cargo of course, was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off.
Of course. मैंने ये सब
We had
जमा
to
कर
select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water.
ये बंदा
It was a lot of work for all of us.
this freaking hammer guy, I hate him. भाई इसको क्यों लेके आया भाई? ये मोटा तासा बच्चा, ये बहुत गंदा है. ये एक शॉट मारता है भाई, पूरा गेम सेंस ही खराब कर देता है ये.
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess Nervilette and Cloran's part. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight.
इसलिए glitch एक स्क्रीनशॉट हो गया, एक और लेते हैं, कोई बात नहीं.
On the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Of course.
Yes, that is correct.
सब इसके ऊपर है
Well,
भाई.
Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived on... Oh? Is that so? Then I suppose I must have missed my final chance. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience.
Character, okay. Yeah, the only thing we can do is judge the head. Okay, shadow.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too. Oh, let Paimon see. Wait. Then that means this document? So in other words, we can refer to this and quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
Okay.
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duel you took part in at the Opera House. That's for the history books, all right. I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. I guess you could also see this as a happy coincidence. This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the origin. Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out. A Fatui Harbinger. She's an extraordinary person. Her instinct must mean something. The fortress of Meripede was almost destroyed in a day. That I didn't witness that scene personally will always be a source of professional regret, I think. According to Monsieur Nervillette, both Child and that whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be honest, that still gives the words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
Okay, तो खत्म। यार खत्म होने वाला guys।
The prosecution and the defense are both in position.
Oh,
The
nice.
trial shall now begin.
Of course. It is
मैंने fast forward
only
कर दिया भाई।
natural for humans to struggle to understand.
Fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
What was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
भाई क्या?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking our duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Charge accepted. Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge?
Nah.
Lady Farina.
I was known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven, and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah. Even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric,
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina.
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since the— See? Even the Oratrice has decided to if you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the God of Justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? You have to not only refute Farina's claims.
Well, I tried to give you the and if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
Oh no. Okay. ओ भाई मैंने तुक्का लगाया था
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be used as compelling evidence.
Oh shit भाई नहीं हो गई irrelevant है भाई जो irrelevant है उसको भाई या उसको लेंगे बस
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words.
A curse. I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might... But in light of this claim...
Celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have very opera house. Or consider the
हाँ मेरे को पता है मेरे को पता है मेरे को पता है दैट इज चाइल्ड कन्विक्शन क्योंकि न्यूलेट ने बोला था कि वो गिल्टी नहीं है बट ओरिस्टस ने कहा वो गिल्टी है बट जब हमने फरीना से पूछा तो शी जस्ट एस्केप्ड फ्रॉम दिस केस तो हाँ
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also you will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court. That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely...
The structure and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon? Well, now you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. That the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god be
confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over
my power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just... You don't need to go that far.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
Isn't that?
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be...
Yeah, भाई जीत गया क्या? एक और point बचा है.
Seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Nice one.
Hey, come now, everyone. I'm still the same Farina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Please, you've got to believe me.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Yes,
Did your ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such.
Actually, a question is.
Wow, she came up with yet another argument.
We can proceed. We can proceed. Just oh my God, भाई. देखो, what evidence can prove that Farina is a human? देखो न्यूबलेट को ये तो नहीं होगा आपको मीनिंग द नेम तो ये तो irrelevant ओके truth behind the scene appearance but देखो ये and I think yeah I don't think anything happens become a liar or not मेरा मन कर रहा है कि यही होगा नाविया फीलिंग प्रोवाइडर क्योंकि देखो डिसॉल्व होता है एक बंदा अगर वो एक तो इसमें से ये दोनों से एक होगा। आई थिंक फर्स्ट हम ये लेते हैं फिर हम बोलेंगे।
That doesn't sound right.
नहीं तो हम ये ही लेंगे। दिस इज रॉन्ग। ये ले।
It has been established that all Fontanians can dissolve in water.
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here.
For the
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago.